me a favor and come to the passenger side or the driver's side. We're going to talk about the interior. Give you a few more examples of what the engineers have done with this vehicle to truly create the sports enthusiast sports. You're about 9 inches off the asphalt. You're very low. Combine that with a horizontally opposed engine up front. That's why you have such a low center of gravity. Beyond that, you've got very big and very comfortable bolsters, both low and high on your seat. Going around a turn, you're going to hit those, you're going to fit quite snugly in the seat. Some people have asked, why aren't the seats leather? Why have you chosen this fabric? Very good reason. This is breathable, it's durable, and you're going to stick to it. It'll slide around on you. When you look forward, you're going to see a tachometer. Accentuated and placed right in the center of the instrument panel. Very large, so you can see your shift points when you need to. Beyond that, this car features Toyota's smallest steering wheel to date at 14.37 inches in diameter, ensuring that you don't have to do too many turns side to side. Just to bring it up, 2.48 is the number of revolutions lock to lock with the steering wheel. So again, when you're in the corner, you don't have to do too much turning to make the turn. I'm going to mention two more things about this vehicle that the engineers have basically looked at and refined to make this car even better than what it was before. These door handles right here look like normal door handles, but what's important about them is during the engineering and design process, they were actually moved slightly aft to allow for the addition of a roll cage. That's no small feat. I mean, they took the idea that you put a roll cage in this car and ran with it from the very beginning. I believe, like AJ said before, from the ground up, this car was designed. And soon he's going to tell you how the aerodynamics form will follow function. But first, one more thing in this vehicle. If you notice the rear seats, it's actually a 2+2 design. The rear seats are not meant for a family of 4. This car is not geared towards that. You could put people in the back, it's not a problem, they have seat belts. But the idea of these rear seats is sort of seat back and fold on top of them. And you can actually fit 4 your race tires, maybe a jack, some equipment in the back. A lot of people, if they want to get a car and take it to the track, they may have to get a trailer. Maybe they have to get a van. Again, the engineers have tried to think of everything, and that's just one more example of the continuous refinements in this vehicle. So without further ado, AJ is going to give us some more details about the aerodynamics.
Yeah, we look at the exterior of this car. If you know of anything about Toyota's sports car heritage, back in 1965 they came out with the Sports 800 that actually utilized a horizontally opposed engine as well. So this isn't the first time that Scion has used that kind of powertrain in some of their cars. Another sports car that came out in the 60s was the 2000 GT, and this is a silhouette of that, just kind of modernized. They actually had the 2000 GT in their clay modeling room when they built the body for this car. So it incorporates some of the tweaks of those older sports cars, but it's implementing today's modern technology. The coefficient of drag on this car is only 0.27, so it's very slippery. And we can start from the front and work our way to the back and show you all the tricks and features that they use to get that. First off, we talked about the engine. Horizontally opposed, it's very low. It gives it a low center of gravity. It actually has a lower center of gravity than a Porsche Cayman. But with that, we get a low hood line as well. So again, the air just swoops right over the top of this car. Little tweaks, just like the windshield wiper nozzles, they made sure that they put that below the hood line so they're not in the way and they're not intrusive. Also gives it a cleaner appearance. Same with the windshield wiper blades. They made sure that they oriented those just below the roof. I'm sorry, the hood line. The windshield, for example, we noticed that the molding, we don't have any of that really. It's actually recessed up underneath the windshield. Again, a cleaner appearance, but also it's slipperier as the air goes over the top of the car. Same with the roof. It has a pagoda roof. This isn't just for show. This is actually for function. Allows the air to travel over the car a lot better. Same with these taillights. These little winglets we see on the side, that's actually there for a reason. It's not a defect. It's actually has a function towards this car as well. Same with the rear lower diffuser. So they incorporated all of this to make it very aerodynamic, very efficient. That's why we get the high fuel economy numbers out of these cars. But it's a throwback to their the Sports 800 that I mentioned, the 2000 GT, and also the AE86 Corolla that came out in the mid-80s. You may see that from the badge on the side. It's 2 horizontally opposed pistons pointing out. 86 is a reference to the throwback to the 886 chassis code. They also use that same number throughout, especially the engine, 86mm bore, 86mm stroke. The factory tailpipes actually are 86 millimeters in inner diameter, so they throw that around throughout the car as well. So on top of that, we're going to throw it back to Sean. He's going to talk about some of the TRD features you can get.
All right, real quick, and I'll get you guys driving over to the safety talk. So this vehicle is very similar to 3 other vehicles you'll be driving here today. The modifications on this vehicle and those are as follows. You have a TRD exhaust in the rear, obviously. This car also has TRD springs, lowering it very slightly. Also in this vehicle, you're going to notice the Yokohama 18-inch tires. It's not going to come stock with that. However, you can add that on with the addition of TRD 18-inch rims. You'll notice here we have Enki rims. That's because that TRD rim is actually in development. One more thing I'll add, this is a Scion. Like every other Scion, you can customize it, to your heart's content. With this model specifically, mostly it's the audio. The interior is actually what they call mono spec. It'll look the same in every vehicle. You can customize the color. If you want to see some of the colors we don't have here, there's actually brochures inside. You can see that a little better. And that's really it, guys. So without further ado, we're going to pass you over to Ray. He's going to give you a safety talk, and we'll get you in the cars.